up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Love and Hip Hop Miami Season 3, Episode 3, I believe it is. It'll be right on the screen, you guys. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so Trina tells us that, since her album is off the shelf, okay, she can't really do much with her music right now. She can't find that damn Julian. He's MIA. She still needs something to keep herself busy. So this tour is what she's come up with, you guys. So she's still trying to round up the talent. She said that Suki and J Diva, they was the ones that she decided on from her little audition event that she had at the strip club the other day. But she knows somebody else that ain't even got an audition, you guys, and that would be Hood Brat. She goes in there. Hood Brat is recording she's actually filming a video, it looks like. So, Trina goes in there. Hood Brat is doing her whatever she doing and whatnots. Y'all, I ain't got time to be trying to memorize her song today. I'm sorry. But she sounds like she's got skills, like she's legit. Okay, so she gets a little break, and Trina was like, girl, you did that. You sound good. And, she was like, oh, Trina, you look so good. And they sit down to talk. Hood Brat tells us that, her goal has always been to get this shmoney. She's a hustler. She gonna do whatever she gotta do to make it happen. She wanna take care of her family. She want people to know that you can be like her and make it out of the hood. She's got goals, ambitions. I'm already liking Hood Brat. Trina tells her that she would be a good addition to her tour. And Hood Brat is 100% with it. She needs to do this, actually, because she got to get to this bread, and she need people to know her name and know she's out there. She's had a death in her family. Her sister killed herself. So she actually is taking care of her sister's kids, and, she's working extra hard. She works as a bartender. She's got her music. She's doing this, that, and the other. I mean, she got a lot going on. So, yeah, maybe this tour might be just what she needs, okay, to kick off her career for real, for real. Trina was like, damn, I didn't know that. Okay, I'm sorry. Trina's mom had just passed, so they was able to relate to each other on that level. But she tells her, okay, well, good. If you want to do this tour, you can do it. She got Suki. She got J Diva. She said Trick had told her about his girlfriend. She said, oh, you talking about Nicki Natural? And she was like, yeah. She's like, but I can't do Nicki Natural because, that slick ass mouth. And Hood Brat was like, well, yeah, we did do a song together, so I know her professionally, but I don't really know her outside of that. But from what I knew, she was pretty cool. And Trina was just like, well, somebody done told you wrong. Now, later on, Julian, after all that drama from last week with Amara La Negra, he decided that he would reach out to Trina so we can get this shit taken care of. So they meet outside underneath, look like some parking structure. It's all kind of ambiance, lights, greens and oranges and blues and all this. I said, oh, okay, that's how it look under the freeways out there, y'all. So anyway, Trina got her people with her because she don't know what this nigga might be on, okay? And Julian said that he just want to get it all straight, since Amara La Negra told him that he needs to fix it. So Trina walks up to him and was just like, so what do you want, Julian? And he says, well, first off, let me just start off by saying my condolences to your mom when your mom died. I know I didn't reach out or anything because it was so much tension. I said, first of all, this music business and all that is one thing. I'm sure Trina could have been so consumed with her mother's death that she would have not even cared about the business at the time. You need to reach out. If you guys have a relationship, if the shit is even tarnished at the time, you still at least need to say, I know we going through our shit, but I mean, even if you don't say it physically, send a damn card, a text message, okay? Put it on their social media, some kind of way. Trina tells him that she got a problem with the fact that he took her damn money. $300,000, producers wasn't getting paid. They removed her album off the shelf. Now she can't get money for her album, and she's being threatened to be sued and all of this, okay? Julian explains to her the same way that he said to Amara La Negra that he did get this money, $300,000, but it wasn't for her. Okay. And she was like, what are you talking about? It's not for me. You guys know how Trina goes from 0 to 100. So we get it again. Okay. First of all, I am your biggest artist. Nobody can get the kind of money that I could get you I don't give a fuck. Even a Mara La Negra can't do that. All right. So now you're trying to tell me that you got this money and they didn't give it to me. And he says, no, see, look at this paperwork. Look at the contract. It don't say nothing about Trina on there. She's like, oh, okay. So now I see. You told me that you got that money for me, but you really didn't. Okay. And instead of trying to let me understand that the contract said, you just decided not to say shit. Okay, and now I got all these people wanting some money, and I'm thinking to myself still, even if he didn't get the money for it, they had agreed on working on this album together. He's the manager. He has the money for the producer. For the producers, yeah. Working on it. What are you using that money for? Because Amara La Negra let her tell it, she ain't doing shit either. So it's still some bullshit with Julian. So she goes off on him like, that's fucked up that you wouldn't even communicate with me exactly what was going on. You basically let me dig a hole for myself, and now she got to deal with it on her own. So she was just like, you know what? I'm just done. I'm done with you. Have nothing else to say to you. Okay, take this mic off of me. I was like, okay, I guess they just gonna always talk about mics on the shows now. Okay, I guess that's a new thing to do. Now, they got Sukihani, and y'all, I'm sorry, I am way too old. I'm too old for the Sukihani antics. I know that maybe the younger generation, y'all can appreciate her humor and all of that. That shit, to me, I was embarrassed. I was so embarrassed. She's all on the walking out. This a whole bunch of old white men look like they eating like outside of a restaurant, and she walking down their little pathway and calling them pussy ass niggas, and you want this pussy ass nigga to white people. Really, if it would have been anybody, but these are old people that you out here talking, and she got Chaotic recording her, and they think it's so funny. I was truly embarrassed. Like, I was like, I know that Mona and them ain't put this bullshit on the TV for us to see. She want to go viral. I guess that's the kind of shit that goes viral, you guys, but I was just so uncomfortable. Anyway, she sits down with Chaotic, and I guess she's trying to, just cover all the bases. If she don't do her music, she got her comedy, her little Instagram, social media. Maybe that'll pick up some kind of way. I was just like, okay, get on with it. While she's sitting there talking to him, then up walks Miami Tip. Miami Tip reinvents herself every season. This season, she's a manager. All right, she says that she learned a lot in the business back in the day. A lot of people took advantage of her. She didn't make the money that she should have. So now she's going to manage Sukihani to make sure that Sukihani learns these things the right way and that nobody can take advantage of her. So she's telling Sukihani, it's a lot of work that we got to do. And Sukihani was like, I know, because I got to let everybody know that I'm coming with the shit. Okay. Coming with the music. She going to do this tour with Trina. It's going to be the Suki and Trina tour. I said, oh, okay. You can't help but if you don't love yourself, who will? I'm really happy to be back because this is where I belong at. I love Miami. This is my city. Listen, I know that it's going to be a lot of salty ass bitches mad that I'm back, but can't see me. You know where I'm at. I'm in the streets. So she's talking to Ballistic, and Ballistic, y'all know Ballistic is her man, right? Okay, so Ballistic is telling her that he's proud of her, that, she's staying focused, and she's back in Miami, but she ain't, getting herself wrapped up in no shit. And she was just like, they still be trying to pull me back in. They got this Prima Pigly hoe. And he was like, Prima Pigly? Prima Donna. But I call it Prima Pigly. Her attitude is pigly. I'm still trying to get the beat on what an attitude that's pigly is, but I guess we'll find out as the show goes on. But she tells him, remember that Trina and Trick had brought her up at the when they had all went out to eat, and he was like, oh yeah, that's right. Jocelyn was just like, I had to let them know that I don't fuck with that bad body asshole. Okay, she left that fool of fucking niggotry in Atlanta. She has no intentions of revisiting it in Miami. I always try my best to stay away from the drama. But sometimes drama has a way of coming back and just biting you right on the booty. Like that. All right, you guys. So now we see Briscoe. Okay. And Briscoe said that he trying to get himself back out there, you know, and get his music out there, just be back in Miami representing positively. Okay. Also trying to get back in the dating scene. All right. And looks like he's on a hot date with Joy, because Joy just think that he's fine. She called him fine ass Briscoe. They show a little flashback. We're at a dinner date. She was like, ooh, this classy. Okay, she didn't expect this from him. It's bougie, but she's impressed. Okay, so I said, okay, Briscoe, you scored one. And she also was impressed just by his looks. Okay, I see the little glow up. You trying to do what's right. And he says, yeah, he just really trying to get back on the right path. Okay, he there with a beautiful woman such as Joy. Okay, and she's all, you know, flirty and everything. I said, okay, now I can see a little chemistry with Joy and Briscoe as opposed to her and old boy from Pretty Ricky. He was like, now, you know, he came up under Trick's music. Okay, so he got to get this whole thing clear. What would Trick think if we was, you know, if he knew that we was going out and possibly getting to know each other a little bit more? And she was just like, well, Trick can't really say nothing. Trick got a girl. Okay, Nikki Natural. And he was like, Nikki Natural? She was like, yeah, you know her? He was like, yeah, we was kicking it. She was like, you was kicking it when? Just recently? Like, he said, yeah, we was just kicking it like a couple of weeks ago. I said, oh, Briscoe, you get around, don't you? I mean, how the fuck long he been out of jail? Okay, and she was just like, what? Like, Trick, 2 weeks ago? Trick and her was definitely together. So kicking it, when you say kicking it, I'm talking about like, are y'all smashing kicking it? And all Briscoe says is, hey, you know, we was kicking it. Okay? Sounds like they was fucking to me. He just don't want to say. You know, men don't like to kiss and tell. Okay? So Joy was just like, oh. Made a beeline for Trick's house. When she gets over to Trick's house, Trick was like, Nikki Natural, come on out here so we can talk. And Joy was like, wait a minute, what? He said, yeah, I figured that we can all sit down and talk because Nikki Natural feels some way about you and you feel some way about her, and we could just get it all straight because, you know, as far as Trick is concerned, this is all family. All right. So Nikki come out there and we trying to figure out what the problem is. Well, Nikki feels like Joy and Trina wasn't appreciating her talents and that everybody in the place knew that she was the winner, and they was, you know, telling people not to clap for her, to clap for somebody else. Okay, and y'all not fixing to make me look crazy. And Joy was just like, first of all, Trina was feeling you, but you can't even get a word in edgewise because Nikki is stupid and she's young, she's immature, she's childish, all of that. Nikki get to arguing with Joy. Joy tries to explain to her that she actually was liked, but you blew that. Anyway, Joy tells her about Briscoe. Okay. And she was just like, what Briscoe got to do with any of this? And Joy tells Trick, well, Briscoe said that, you know, y'all was fucking basically. Y'all was together just a couple of weeks ago. And she was just like, I wasn't fucking Briscoe. And she said, well, that's what he said. And, you know, Trick was like, well, I've been knowing Joy for 20 damn years. Who you think I'm gonna believe? I mean, Briscoe ain't got no reason to lie. I said, exactly. Men don't usually lie on their dick, right? So he was just like, oh, so you was with her 2 weeks ago? Okay. She's yelling and screaming at him. He's yelling and screaming at her. Joy is fussing about the fact that, you know, supposedly she was fucking around with Briscoe. And Trick was like, you know what? You disrespectful. You got to get the hell up out the house. I said, girl, you better be glad that Trick got some sense today, because we done seen the way Trick go off spitting on the phone and cussing people out and all of that. So you got off well, you know. And she was just like, you know what, Florida and James, y'all can stay in this house. Okay, and I'm leaving. Yes, you are. He puts her out, you know, he's like, fuck that bitch. All right. And Joy was like, yeah, that was a whole lot. I said, yeah, Nikki Natural is a whole lot. So later on, we see Nikki Natural. Okay, now that her and Trick aren't together, she got a little extra time on her hands. So she goes over to the bar that Hood Brat works at. I said, now, wait a minute. Hood Brat, I thought you said you was just knew her professionally and y'all not friends, but tell me, why is Nikki Natural in there telling you all her personal business about her and Trick and how Trick accused her of fucking around with Briscoe because Joy came in there and told her? I said, that sounds way more personal than you led Trina to believe. Okay, but that's neither here nor there. We talking about it. Old girl seems to forget how she was going off and being disrespectful to Joy. Okay, she only remembers the part where she was being disrespected. And I was just like, oh, Nikki, you are so extra and way too much. Nikki was just like, she's celibate. and she ain't fucking Trick or Briscoe. And she was like, you would want to give your man some coochie. What's the problem? She said, no. She not giving out no coochie because, closed legs get fed, and, she Nicki Natural, and she always going to be Nicki Natural and this, that, and the other. And okay, well. What we gonna do about Briscoe? Well, Briscoe's having a welcome home party. Hood Brat tells Nikki. He's having a welcome home party, and maybe you need to just go there and confront him. All right? Just go straight to the source. And Nicki Natural was like, you know what? Maybe I will do that. Now let's jump over to Amara La Negra. I don't know where the fuck Amara La Negra and her man are, but please, I pray that they are in a hotel. They was in the most horrendous bed. That shit looked like, you remember, did you ever see, what was the fucking name of that movie? With Keanu Reeves and the devil, Al Pacino. And remember the part when the beds start coming alive and all of that? What the fuck? I keep on wanting to say the devil. I cannot remember it, but this is exactly how that bed looked. It was so fucking ornate and had all of this gold. It was so gaudy and horrible. I was just like, that bed is terrible. Please don't let that shit be in y'all house. But anyway, they having a romantical night. He got the robes and he got the champagne. Okay, she got her lingeries on. And yes, it's going to be just them two. She says that she had her event the other day. Everybody was making a big deal about her not drinking. But I don't like to drink unless I'm relaxing, like she is right now. But yeah, everybody thought she was pregnant. She's not pregnant, you guys. MJ, I think that's his name. That's Bucky and her hair's brother. MJ says, yeah, but I do want to have a baby with you. And I was just like, beware the nigga that jumps immediately to having a baby instead of saying that he wants to marry you. And I'm thinking to myself, like, nigga, you just came in the picture and you sitting up here talking about having a baby. This girl has a full career that she still hasn't even gotten off the ground, and you want her to slow it up so she can have a baby for your ass? Girl, I really hope you're not fixing to entertain that. And of course she tells him, like, no, I mean, she does want to have all of that eventually, but no, she still has a lot that she wants to do. She, has her career in mind. She wants to, basically be like a big star and be on the stage and performing and all. She has dreams. He was like, well, the way you going along with Julian, you gonna have them dreams for the rest of your life. Like, you not even progressing. You staying in the same spot that when I first met you. How long your ass been around, MJ? Nobody feels like hearing this mess from a new nigga. He reiterates, this time he does throw in marriage. I want to marry you and I want to have kids. And, I really want to make that a real thing. She wants to make it a real thing too. But right now, all she can think about is her career. I said, that's right, Miss Amara La Negra. Don't put that shit on the line for him. Now let's get over to Briscoe's welcome home party. Let me make sure I say this correct because y'all was mad at me for messing up that damn name. Okay, Briscoe, the Opalaka goon. Opalaka goon. Opalaka. Opalaka, let me get that shit right. Shit. Opalaka, Briscoe the Opalaka goon is back. He's got all his people at the party. Prima Donna is there. She was in Atlanta, now she's in Miami. She sees her girl Joy. Joy all, kind of blushing about Briscoe. She was like, you feeling him? And Joy was just like, yeah, maybe a little bit. Okay, maybe a little bit. We see Amara La Negra and her man MJ. They are also there. And, after they greet Joy and Prima Donna, everybody sits down to kind of just chop it up, shoot the shits a little bit. They sit down and then up walks Hood Brat. Side note, is this a uniform that she has to wear? Why she always having the same thing? I was just like, how many of them damn vinyl outfits she got on? Now, I like Hood Brat. I think I'm gonna like her, but I was just like, we can't even change the color. I mean, it was the exact same shit that she had on when we first met her and in her confessional. What is it, y'all? Anyway, Hood Brat shows up with Sukiani and another girl. I think her name was Chameleon. And Child, they come over there with the fool of fucking niggatry. You know, Amara La Negra and MJ, they can't understand, but a Chameleon says that she has a song, Twerk for Jesus. She says because when you twerk for Jesus, you know, everything turns out all right. Hallelujah. And Amara La Negra didn't know what to make of it. MJ was just like, come on, baby, let's go get us a drink. Okay, he can't sit over here with this shit. We just a little too old for all of that. Okay, but like I said, they introduced Briscoe. Welcome back home. You know, Opa Laka Goon. He goes over and talks to Joy. And Joy was like, it's a lot of ladies here. But he was like, yeah, but he only got eyes for Miss Joy. Okay, I'm glad you came. I said, oh, that's nice. She was just like, well, you know, I just kind of wanted to talk to you about your friend. And he was like, what friend is that? And then on cue, Mona pushes Nikki Natural into the club. The music, oh, here come Nikki Natural with all of her drama. And she walks up to him and she was just like, so you told Joy that we were fucking? And he was just like, no, I just said that we was kicking it. Okay, she said, so you didn't say with your words, your mouth, that we was fucking? Nope, I just said we was kicking it. I said, oh, Briscoe, you gonna get a point taken off of this. You was lying on your dick, okay? Joy was like, now, you definitely didn't say them words, okay? But when I was insinuating if you guys smashed, you did not say that you didn't, all right? You did say you was kicking it, but you was smiling and shit, and we took that to mean that men don't like to sleep and tell, but really, you was lying on your dick. You was lying on your dick, okay? And I don't like men that do that, okay? So I have a problem with Briscoe a little bit, y'all. I'm sorry. And I was starting to like old boy. So I was like, Joy, girl, you better remember that. Commit that to the memory bank. We ain't gonna call him a fuck nigga just yet, but there may be some symptoms. Now, Bucky in her hair walks up and she sees Amara La Negra and MJ over there talking. MJ gets up. You know, you my sister and you her sister and you guys need to talk. So he leaves the girls over there to talk by themselves. And it's the same old shit with Bucky in her hair. She mad because Amara La Negra is friends with JoJo. I'm not going to tell you who you need to be friends with, but if you do be friends with her, it's going to be a problem with us. Sounds like you trying to tell her what to do to me. She says, I'm hearing all out in the streets that you saying you missing her friendship and everything. And I was like, okay, Amara La Negra, what exactly is it? Now, you told JoJo you didn't want to be her friend when she tried to come clean to you, and now you sitting up here telling people that you still miss her? I mean, what is it gonna be? This is stupid. Yes, I cannot lie. I do tell people that I miss her friendship, but I said, girl, y'all go so fucking weird, okay? But anyway, Bucky and her hair is so upset. You know, you are so dumb, stupid, and blind. If you think that that girl is not gonna be a snake to you, she been a snake to you anyway. I ain't got... So, true to always, Bucky in her hair's colors. She gets up, she walks off, and, you know, MJ is trying to stop her to tell her, no, wait a minute, let's handle this, let's talk. And while he's over there fooling with Bucky in her hair, then up slides in Julian. Okay, now Julian, he done took care of what he needed to take care of with Trina as far as he's concerned. So now he want to let Amara La Negra know. And he was like, yeah, you know, I talked to Trina and we working on that. I said, if that's what you want to call it. MJ was like, oh, wait a minute, hold on, Bucky in here. I got to go back over here with my woman. Okay, excuse me. So he walk over there. Please tell me why MJ feels that he has the right to defend his woman in this way. It's one thing when a nigga is just coming at you sideways, coming at your girl sideways, but when it's business involved and you just coming around, you would do best to just stay out of the shit. You know, he all mad because, you know, he feel like Amara La Negra is not gonna tell you what I need to tell you, baby. Just go on over there and have you a drink. You will not excuse me from my own fucking business. Excuse me. I said, see, Amara La Negra, you need way different people around you altogether. This MJ nigga, I knew I didn't like him when I first saw him last time, but I was like, Roxanne, give him a chance. I mean, you can't just look at somebody and say you don't like him. But I knew, you guys, I was looking at him and I said, I don't like this nigga. When he told her to walk away and she left, I was just like, oh my God, really? So he tells Julian He not doing his job. All the things that probably is true, but it's not his place. Okay? You not doing your job. My girl is still in the same place. You know, I want to have a baby. I want to get married and have a baby with her. And she's not going to do that until her career gets to moving. Well, partially that's Julian, but that's also just the luck of the draw. Amarela Negra, it might not be her time just yet. Okay, but he blaming it all on Julian. And you know, and you not doing what you're supposed to. And my girl ain't gonna tell you this like I'm gonna tell you this. But you know, I gotta make sure I look out for her and all. Julian was like, ain't gonna be no kids. And I'm glad you told me this, okay? But not on my watch will you be having. And then Julian gets to stepping out of his zone. You're not gonna tell somebody when they can and can't have a fucking baby, especially you're not even involved with her intimately, supposedly you're not. Okay, so he was like, ain't gonna be no kids, and you out of place, you're not supposed to be talking to me this way. So they get to arguing, you know, then MJ stand up and then Julian stand up, and they both look like niggas that can't fight with this fucking hat perched on the top of his head, Julian's outfit a little too small, and they arguing back and forth. And then he was just like, you know, you can't do nothing without me from now on. You know, you can't move without me. You think I don't remember when you guys was in Los Angeles and you got a little too drunk, you tried to slip in the bed with her? I said, nigga, that should have been the first thing that you said to him. That's how you should have came to him. You was trying to fuck on my girl, okay? You trying to act like you run every aspect of her life, including her business. No. So he tried to go off on him, and, you know, Amarela Negra, she's sitting over on the side just watching. I said, girl, if you don't go over there and tell that fool to get out of your damn business, cuss Julian out for saying that she can't have no kids, get this shit straight. Instead, you know, she over there, she overheating and shit. Somebody get Amarela Negra some water. She feel like she gonna faint. There she go with that telenovela again, you guys. All right, you guys, that's it. Let me get off of here. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox. It's so much static in the air. My hair just looks crazy. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.